Okay. So I've got all my jump rings stretched. And then I need, I gotta grab it. So first thing is you either want to measure every single one of them and mark the center point, or trust your eyeballs and find your center point. And I'm working at the very smallest tip of my pliers, and that's something that you should not forget, because I'm going to have people who did them right here, and they're going to ask me why it's not working. And I'm going to be, because you didn't do it at the very tip of the pliers. So you're going to grab every single one of them from the center, and you are pushing up. Yes.
You're grabbing both loops.
Yep, and pulling the two, and we're going to call those from now on, they're going to be ears, because they look like ears. And now I'm going to grab the ears, the two ears by the top, and I'm going to pinch the bottom together. That equals one link in the chain. So again, I'm finding the halfway mark. I'm at the very smallest part of the pliers I can possibly be. I'm bending them up. I'm grabbing the two ears, and I'm going to pinch them from the back.
And you're pinching them until they touch?
Yeah. Okay. They might not stay touching, but as long as you pinch them so they touch and then let go, it should be all right. So again, push up, grab the ears, and squeeze. And again.
And at this point, if any of them look not even, like one ear is larger than the other, for example, should you discard that?
Yeah, I would. Lots of times when you're, like, I'd say almost 100% of the time when you're bending wire, you don't bend it correctly on the first try. It's never gonna look right. Like undoing it and trying to redo it, it's always gonna look like a mistake was made. So okay, so would have all of mine, so I probably need like 30 or 40 to make a bracelet of those little things. And then I'm going to start putting this together. I can already tell this is going to be a challenge to put together. So I'm going to find out what this one was made from, and let you know that. But these are going to be different sizes. So if you want a thinner one, this is the way to go. I'm going to grab about 3 inches of the thinnest copper wire that we have. Just this one, 3 or 4 inches of this. I need to make a handle so that I have something to hold on to while I'm working. So I'm going to take one link and try to pick a good one that's really even. Like this one is not even at all. I wouldn't use it. I could try fixing it by putting my pliers back here and bending this one and then this one. Oh, it looks perfect now. So I'm going to pick a really nice one that's bent really carefully as my starting point, and I'm going to in the part that we pinched, I'm gonna twist some copper wire so that I've got the 2 ears sticking up, right? So we're gonna call those ears, and when I turn it this direction, I'm looking through the 2 ears, right? So the way it goes together is I want to be looking through 2 ears, and I'm going to take one, and I'm going to take one of the ears and put it through the 2 ears. And then I'm going to, see that? One ear going through 2 ears. Then I'm using a pair of round nose pliers, the same ones I just used to bend, and I'm going to stick it through the 2 ears of the one that's got the one going through. Right? So one's going through the 2 ears, and the other one's just hanging there with the pliers hanging out. You got it?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull up.
I'm gonna win an Oscar for this.
And then I'm gonna pinch the top closed. So this is too small. So we're gonna figure out the right one, but this one will work if you want a nice tiny one. It's just gonna be a lot more work. So now I need to open up the 2 ears that just went through, because I need to get the next ones through those 2 ears. But look how tiny that hole is. They'll never fit the way they are. So I'm going to take a pair of flat nose or chain nose pliers, and I'm going, the ear that doesn't have the solder on it, I'm going to pinch it closed, like tight. So I just made it thinner by pinching.
So if we're not totally sure we got the right one, can we just use calipers or something?
You could, well, the thing is that, yes, but you should, we have digital calipers up here, you can ask for them. The thing is that you should do that from go. So from the first one, write that number down, get it tattooed on your arm so you don't forget it or lose that piece of skin that you wrote it down on. Because I can't help you. If you screw up, it's all on you at this point. So, and it's only, this is the only one that'd be like a dire, if you did it, we're doing a cable chain. You've got some jump rings that are a different size. This won't go together if you switch it. The bar length doesn't matter. You can screw up on that one too. The bar length, which we're going to do next, takes the least amount of material. It takes 3 feet to make 16 inches. This one is going to take, to make a bracelet, it's about 4 feet of wire. So that's for 7 inches. So 8 feet to 10 feet would be a necklace. All right, so this is as long as my chain's gonna be. I made my chain 1 inch long, but it has no movement. So we say, Dave, let's please get one of those great, yes, Dave, very nicely for one of these cool things he made us. It goes into a vise.
What do you call it?
An awl. He calls them a super sharp, stabby, sharpie thing. All right, so first thing that I'd like to say about this super sharp, stabby thing, that if you leave it unattended in a vise like this, and Dave or I or anybody else sees it, and we find the person who left it there, we will be calling police services and having you arrested for attempted murder. because there's nothing more dangerous than that, no matter what direction it is sticking out. So when you are done with it, it goes back again. Or if you need to take a break, it comes out, it sets down. Somebody pushed you onto it and it went right through your heart, right through your eyeball. I mean,
I survived that, but I don't know about everyone else though.
well, I don't want to deal with it. So each one of these links, except for the first one and the last one, has 4 sides, 4 closed hole openings. So the first one only has 2, and the last one only has 2, because there's nothing locking it in from the other directions. So I'm going to take it, and I'm putting it on the first side, and I'm going to push down to there. And that's just where it wanted to stop. I'm going to mark that. Now I've got to bring every opening down to that point. So this one has 2. So 1, and then I have to flip it completely over would be 2. The next one has 4. So it's 1.
So you're just making the hole bigger on the chain?
All the holes.
Okay.
Every side. 2, 3, 4.